Good morning. I mean, really, I think the structure of the market hasn't changed all that much in that, yes, you've seen perhaps some of the froth come out of those really best performing names so far year to date, but still there remains this huge gap between the winners and losers. And so you look at growth stocks having more than recovered all of their losses, comfortably up now year to date, versus value, which is still really languishing. And so I think when you look at the patterns in the market, this is still one where investors or traders, depending on how you want to frame it, are really extrapolating out the earnings strength that we've seen and assuming that that can continue for many quarters to come. So for me, this is one where, yes, the gap has closed slightly over the past couple of days, but I think the market narrative broadly is unchanged in terms of how investors are viewing the different prospects across sectors.
Hugh, what was very clear for us as we sat here and looked at the boards every day was however big the US sell-off was, when Asia came into its trading session, the sell-off was weaker. By the time we got to the European session, in fact, it looked as though we were starting to see some rotation into European markets. So my question would be, if the US markets are back to the kind of momentum and strength that we have come used to, does that mean it's a fool's errand to try and buy value in Europe and Asia at this point?
So I think for Europe and Asia, whether it's value or whether it's the whole market, you're really looking on expectations of a better pickup in cyclical momentum, really. You want to see that the global economy is gaining momentum and that recovery story is really taking hold. And so I think if you are to look more optimistically at Europe or parts of Asia as well, then you're probably thinking that you have a slightly more optimistic view on maybe a vaccine, unlocking that route to a stronger economic recovery ahead, and therefore wanting to take a slightly more optimistic stance on the world. For me, if we maintain in this environment of sort of steady growth, but some of that steam starting to fade, and still the economic uncertainty remains very high, then I think US market outperformance is likely to continue.